Donald Trump and Pakistan's Field Marshal Asim Munir have had a lunch date. Believe it or not, the lunch date came after, and I'm quoting the White House Deputy Press Secretary Anna Kelly, who spoke to the Reuters, as saying Trump hosted Pakistan's army chief in Washington after he called for the US president to be nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize for preventing a nuclear war between India and Pakistan. Speaking to reporters during the installation of the new flagpole on the south lawns of the White House, Trump had on Wednesday said that Munir was extremely influential in de escalating from the Pakistani side. While some, especially Indians, may joke about this lunch meeting, the fact is that Field Marshal Asim Munir is back in the reckoning. From being cornered in his own country by PTI supporters to his country facing almost isolation, he is back in business. The engagement held in the cabinet room, followed by a visit to the Oval Office, marked the first time the US president officially received a serving Pakistani army chief who does not hold any political office. Secretary of State Senator Marco Rubio and Special Representative for Middle Eastern Affairs Steve Witkoff accompanied Trump. Munir, elevated to the rank of Field Marshal after the recent India-Pakistan flare-up, had Pakistan's National Security Advisor and its ISI chief, Lieutenant General Mohammad Asim Malik, with him. Remember that CENTCOM Commander General Michael Kurila had last week referred to Pakistan as a phenomenal counter-terrorism partner, a rare and public endorsement from a senior military leader in the US. Please do read my article from April 26 this year, immediately after the Pahalgam attack, on why it was an act personally sanctioned by Munir himself. The link is in the description. Read and then let me know whether Munir has achieved what he wanted to. One of the factors I spoke about was the evolving internal dynamics within Pakistan. I had then said that General Munir sees reigniting conflict in Kashmir as a way to unify a fractured Pakistani state and reinsert the Kashmir issue into international fora where traction for it had diminished. Munir was gambling on this. He, in his mind, and I had quoted a source as saying that Munir is gambling on this. He, in his mind, has calculated India's response and believes that Pakistan can manage it. I had said that the Pahalgam attack is not just an isolated act of terror. It is the manifestation of the Munir Doctrine, a hardened military strategy aimed at sabotaging Kashmir's economic progress, reviving militancy, and dragging the valley and the world back into the decades-old conflict. He sought to re-establish military's clout and also come out of the near isolation they were in internationally. Now, interestingly, post the meeting between Trump and Munir, the Pakistani military said that the US and Pakistan have agreed to deepen counter-terrorism ties and cooperation in other domains. President Trump lauded Pakistan's ongoing efforts for regional peace and stability and appreciated the robust counter-terrorism cooperation between the two sides, the ISPR said in a statement. It added that both sides reaffirmed their commitment to continued collaboration in the field of counter-terrorism. In what the Pakistani military claimed to be a show of the depth and cordiality of the dialogue, the meeting went on for 2 hours despite being scheduled for only an hour. The Pakistani military has said that the bilateral cooperation in multiple domains include trade, economic development, mines and minerals, artificial intelligence, energy, cryptocurrency, and emerging technologies. The Trump administration earlier this year approved the release of $397 million to Pakistan to support the maintenance of its F-16 fighter jet fleet for counter-terrorism operations. Yes, F-16 for counter-terrorism operations. The same F-16 that was used against India on 2 occasions in 2019 and now in 2025. The Trump decision stood out as it came despite his executive order after assuming office in January, imposing a 90-day freeze on all foreign aid. Pakistan got an exemption then. According to Reuters, funding approval for Pakistan falls under one of the 243 exceptions granted by the Trump administration, with 5.3 billion released so far. Of the amount, 4.1 billion remains tied to the US State Department for Military and Arms Program. The $397 million allocation continues a precedent set by the previous Biden administration in September 2022 when it approved a $450 million package to maintain Pakistan's F-16 fleet with the express condition that Islamabad would use the aircraft solely for counterterrorism and not against India. Well, that was September 2022, and now we know what happened in May 2025. For The Print, this is Snehesh Alex Philip. Do subscribe to our Print's YouTube channel for more such videos.